Final expense sales is one of the easiest ways for a professional salesperson, now that's the key, to have a lucrative career selling life insurance. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take your skill to the next level so that you're able to write over $5,000 of AP annualized premium each and every single week. And yes, a thumbs up would be appreciated, and we do suggest that you subscribe if you're new. We're putting out final expense and life insurance sales content like pretty much every week. First off, you're going to need an effective system that will either put you in front of a lot of people every day, if you're selling on a face-to-face basis, or if you're doing telesales, a system that enables you to have a lot of conversations with folks who are basically expecting a quote for the life insurance. Keep in mind, guys, the leads for face-to-face sales are completely different than what you would use for remote sales. And due to agent saturation, along with the direct mail returns getting worse and worse each year, my agency has totally gotten away from face-to-face sales. In most parts of the country, face-to-face sales is no longer a viable option. So here is your tip of the day. Make sure that you do your due diligence and research any agency that you decide to work with that is pushing face-to-face sales. The simple fact is, a lot of these places are pretty desperate for any business that they can get and will happily suggest that an agent work in an area that they've already seen multiple agents fail in. So instead of being transparent, they're going to be happy to watch you spend thousands of dollars struggling so that they can earn just a little bit of money off of your failure. And guys, if you stick around until the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get a copy of the telesales presentation script and the telesales new agent file. So that way you've actually got the sales materials needed to make a basic final expense presentation. Now, with that behind us, for telesales, we suggest that you absolutely have the right leads. Well, either way, face-to-face or telesales. But for telesales, you got to have a lot of them. My suggested lead options for remote final expense sales is either TV leads, exclusive internet leads, or what we use at my agency, an appointment leads funnel system, which what that basically does is once the prospect fills out the lead form, they're directed to set an appointment to speak with a specific agent about getting the quote for affordable life insurance. For you to make at least 1 or 2 sales every single day, and that's basically what it's going to need to happen for you to be able to write that $5,000 of AP annualized premium per week, you're going to need a lot of these leads. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. If you're working the television leads, the ones that are costing like $55 to maybe $75 each, you're going to want, I would say, around 30 to 40 of them every week. Now, if you're using internet leads, you're potentially going to need 300 or more of these each week, and the key is they have to be exclusive. And if you're trying to cheap your way to success using recycled or aged leads, look, you might as well hang it up now. That's just not going to work, especially since these type of leads are no longer compliant and will likely just get you into trouble. For those of you using a calendar appointment system like what we use at my agency, you're going to want, I want to say, at least 15 to 20 appointments per day, along with maybe an additional 15 to 20 leads each day, exclusive, of course. Now, our top agents are getting more like 30 appointments per day, and that's pretty much why they most of them consistently write between $8,000 and $12,000 of premium per week. Now, let's say you've got the leads part worked out, and that's not going to be a problem, right? First, you're going to need at least a handful of good carriers, which I'm going to recommend here in a couple minutes, along with like a good sales presentation script, which I'll show you how to get at the end of the video, like I said. And you're going to also need a system of overcoming common objections. And guys, it's totally normal for an interested prospect to tell you that they still need to think about it, or that they can't do anything without speaking with their kids first. So forget about it. If you're thinking, oh, okay, so I'm going to have to give them a second call. No. This is definitely a one-call close. And they're going to give you this, I want to say, some of your best sales are going to do this. And that's why we teach our agents that an objection is simply, think about this, an opportunity. And if you're prepared for it, then it's treated as part of the application process. Getting back to those carriers that I recommend, here's 5 good ones and why. American Amicable will insure a lot of folks between 0 and 85 years old. SBLI, Savings Bank Life Insurance, has a very high approval percentage, And check this out. They recently started doing true Social Security billing, which pretty much puts them as my #1 carrier. We'll give it a couple of weeks, but that's the direction I'm going with them for now. Royal Neighbors of America also has a strong product and will give first day coverage to a lot of folks, even if they've been turned down by other carriers due to basic and common senior health conditions. Prosperity SUSA has their new Vista final expense product, which does take different forms of payment from clients that the other carriers won't take. And we're talking those refillable Walmart cards, debit cards, and the good old government-issued Direct Express card. Now, even though Transamerica won't give you an approval on the spot while you're with your client, like the other carriers do, and that's important, I still put them on my top 5 list for a few very important reasons. Number 1, they also take debit cards and Direct Express cards as a form of payment from the clients. 2, they insure people from 0 to 85 years old. Now, that combination right there is very important, as Prosperity is only going to insure folks who are 55 years and older. Number 3, Transamerica does true Social Security billing, just like American Amicable, SBLI, Prosperity, and Royal Neighbors. And for those of you who don't know, true Social Security billing simply means that the carrier will draft your client's payment on the exact day they receive their disability benefits or VA benefits or SSI payment month after month, including, and this is important, so don't kid yourself, including on those months of the year where the clients actually get paid their benefits early from Social Security. There are several months where the 1st and the 3rd are going to fall on a weekend, and your clients are going to get paid the business day before the weekend as required by the US government. Now, thing is, if you're not using a true Social Security carrier to lead with, to write most of your business with, then what's going to happen is you're going to lose business due to NSFs, because again, low-income Social Security recipients and the ones that actually purchase final expense life insurance tend to take all their money off of their card or out of their checking account on the exact day that they get paid. And as far as guaranteed issue carriers are concerned, I recommend AIG backed by Great Western. And AIG, the thing is, they actually have regular Social Security billing, which is why I suggest them over Great Western. But here's the thing. Great Western is going to go down and insure people as young as 40 years old, which AIG won't, which again, you got to have both of these carriers in your bag. Very important. If you're paying for your own leads and there is no reason for the first year commissions of the level products to be less than 100 to 110%. So if somebody's telling you that it's absolutely normal for these carriers to give you low commissions, you're probably just getting ripped off, I hate to say it, from some desperate agency owner. Before you start writing business, make sure you do a practice application with each carrier's product so that you're prepared for each part of the application process. Use a friend or family member and yourself when possible. The most important part of the application process is the signature. You want to be able to explain exactly what your client is going to see when applying their signature, and this is why you want to do practice applications on yourself. The idea is to simply walk your client through the process in a smooth and professional way without fumbling and bumbling. Because trust me guys, if you're not prepared and you don't sound like you know what you're doing, remember we talked about being sales professionals, you're going to lose sale after sale. And one other important thing, you're going to need to be able to put the clients with the right product based on their health and their form of payment. And I don't get paid anything from insurance toolkits or even get like a discount for mentioning their product, but I do use this underwriting and quoting software, and so do our agents. So once you're ready to start selling, do yourself a favor, get a monthly subscription to Insurance Toolkits. Like I said, this is going to make your life a lot easier while selling final expense insurance remotely over the phone. If you'd like a copy of the telesales presentation script that I mentioned earlier in the video, along with that telesales new agent file with all the cool documents in it, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. If you'd like information on working with us on a remote calendar appointment sales platform, just email me at that same address. As always, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. So get up, get out, and whatever you do, make sure you do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.